following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
She goes up and into her room. She does the like. You stay in here?
Yeah, I'll stay here.
Good. That way you can protect me in case some other German tries to take me away.
There's more than one?
Yes.
There's more than one German, yes. Hans, you didn't just commit genocide. Well, not that he's dead.
No, he didn't. He's alive. What are you talking about?
There's more than one German for now.
Is it risking going
Life
extinct? I've got to
goals.
put them in captivity.
Life goals or death goals? No.
Death goes.
It goes.
Charles Bronson, the
For legal
soccer
reasons,
star.
that's a joke. Guess other reasons too, but you don't need to know about. Ow.
Yeah, so she goes to bed.
Yeah, I'll join her.
And then morning comes, I guess. Everybody went to sleep. Who wants to be up the earliest?
Yeah, I think Zala will be having a hard time staying asleep at the moment, so he can get up early for once.
Yeah.
And
Get up.
I'll go to our new ship, the Marabuntu.
Arabanta.
And of course, because they had a strange torture machine hooked up to Quarians, I want to know what that is. I was thinking about playing around with another piece of technology, but I thought I'd start here.
Okay.
So I want to go figure out what they were actually doing to poor Soka's brain.
Okay.
And potentially Tess if they... Or Daniel in this case, because they never actually got Tess.
Okay. So you're going to the machine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably just if it has a terminal or any kind of informational output, I'll go through that.
Well, the first thing you notice is when you pick up the headpiece and look around the back, it says Oasis, Oasis.
I wonder what that is. Extranated?
It is an experimental new technology whereby it puts people into a dream state, and then in order to try and facilitate terminal patients with pleasant memory, basically you want to facilitate them with pleasant memories before they expire, essentially. It only just recently...
It's like a personal thing of the thing the book was on in Soylent Green.
It only recently got put
I
into
don't know that
service,
reference.
and
Love Soylent Green.
only about a week later was stolen, as in it was stolen the previous night.
So that I find that in the extranet search.
Yes.
And then I puzzle to myself out loud, but why would Gabriel Delgado be trying to give Aquarian good dreams? Must have
Then I plug
changed
my head
something.
into it.
Let's have a look. No.
Oh.
But I'm going to see if they've done any modifications or changed anything on it, or if I can find any malicious files, if they have a dream STL. I don't know how it works. I'm probably going to need some kind of roll now on
We're
that.
going to need a roll. Electronics for a start.
Hey! I'll still take it, mostly because I have to. 28.
So you learn that there is, if you access the actual, there's a control terminal that's also attached to the device, and that allows you to control the nature of the dreams and how it affects the brain. So it has been currently set to
Evil.
to basically the polarity's been reversed.
Oh, they reversed the
It's been
polarity.
set-
Here's your problem, it's been set to evil.
Pretty much. That's basically it when it comes down to it. It's been set to evil, so it's giving
I have a
horrible
question.
nightmares.
Why?
Mr. GM, I have a
Yes.
question.
Yes.
Why
Why was this
Why-
thing given an
Why
evil
did
setting?
the benevolent Solarian doctor who designed this have a setting for evil at all? Why did he do that?
It's been modified, is the answer.
Looks like it could be for Krogans.
It's not a default setting evil. It's not. There's not like an evil switch. Yes.
Why did the benevolent Solarian doctor modify it to do this?
No, he didn't modify it to do that. Someone else did.
Oh,
Well, I guess that checks
well,
out.
last question.
Yes.
Who did
It's
that?
probably one of the people that's in custody of CSEC right now. You
They
wouldn't
were
imagine.
really
It just
evil.
does raise further questions. What people were on board that ship?
Yeah, there were a
other
bunch
than
of-
the hostages?
There was a lot of evil, but there wasn't a lot of smarts.
Maybe Hank did it.
Oh, I just reprogrammed the machine for evil. It's on charcoal now. Got a
Yes.
cleaner burn, but I don't like it.
So up on BattleNet, there'll be an update. Hey, this machine's kind of important and stolen from this
Interrupted my
company.
3 minutes of sleep.
Zalo, of course.
You bastard.
And I found this thing online about that got stolen the other night. So I guess this is that one. I'm gonna stop playing with it now. Will be the last message.
And you spend another hour investigating this tank. Water in it.
This mysterious. Why was that guy collecting water out of a tank? What's in that fluid tank?
What's in that fluid tank?
Yeah. What is in that fluid
It
tank?
has a little seat, and there's this thing with a bullseye target on it.
Ding! Sploosh.
Water.
Is it just water?
It's just water.
Are you testing to see if Tess was a duck?
Yes.
Is it heavy water?
I mean, it's. If
You know what
fill
I
up
mean.
a big enough. No, it's not heavy water.
Wow, Zalo can tell that by looking at it. That's impressive.
It's all up here. Then, at least for a chunk of the day, unless something else happens, I'm going to go back to the warehouse, and I have another device to play with. So I'm going to collect. How do I want to do this? It's the time device, air quotes. I've yet to prove it does anything related to time at all.
Yes, I know the thing you mean.
I want to start experimenting with it. I want to start what would be the best way to? I guess if I put a timer, like an egg timer, I raid one from the kitchen, and then set it off, and then see if it changes the time, and then I can start putting other expected outcomes of things inside and seeing how things change
Okay.
before I take it to my microelectronic friend to crack open and tell me exactly what's in it. But for now, I just want to play with it.
Okay.
Hey, my 2-minute noodles took 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
That's still really fast for 2-minute noodles.
It's
I
perfect.
thought they were closer to 5-minute noodles. Also, I have a bone to pick with fantastic noodles. I feel there's a bit of a fraud going on in that description.
Yep.
Adequate noodles. I think would be-
Adequate noodles. Below average noodles.
Par.
Power noodles.
I would make a reference to Steve Parr, but I'm fairly sure no one here remembers Steve Parr.
I remember
No one
Steve.
but Stephen remembers Steve Parr.
Was he Sale of the Century?
He was.
But I think he did another game show as well at one point.
And it's a New Zealand thing. I don't fucking know. I just know his name, and because he had a vaguely how did you get on TV face, and also
Well, he also
this
had that
complete
thing
lack
that's
of
like-
charisma.
I am right from the 70s, but I'm presenting in the early 90s.
Oof.
All right, who remembers Dougal Stevenson?
Yes.
Philip Sherry.
Yes.
Wow, pretty good, Ken.
Yeah, they were.
Just proof
Pretty
that Gore
old
is
when
so
I-
backwards. They're still getting TV from the 70s.
I mean, I remember them both were very old,
Remember
and I
when
was
he used
very
to
young
go
when I saw
go
them.
into Gore listening to that 1980s American rock music that just arrived in Gore last week? It's a nice place, though. You should go.
I mean, the one thing I always remember is that Star Trek: The Next Generation, we didn't get it till like 91 or something, and so it always weirds me out that this started in 87.
Yeah.
Well, it's a hell of a time.
Well, things used to take time to propagate around because they couldn't just go digital information downloading all the information.
The thing
Can't
is,
do that.
things you didn't notice it because you didn't have the internet. You didn't have
you
all that stuff
didn't
to go,
know.
and you didn't have spoilers.
Unless you hung out on the Star
Correct.
Trek BBSs and everyone's going on about, oh man, got that new Star Trek Deep Space Nine. You're like, man, I sure can't wait for TNG to show up in the UK. That'd be nice. We've got another series coming. Nice.
Oh yeah, but that's
Can I have the one we're on, please? Because I rented part 1 on a VHS twice, because first I got the beta version by mistake,
yeah.
and no one owned a beta.
Oh, no.
I certainly didn't. Dad didn't. No one I knew owned beta.
I didn't know anybody with a beta player.
I didn't even know that one guy who owned a beta, and he's like, oh, it's technically superior. It's like, yeah, it is, but you can't watch anything because they don't make them.
I don't even know what a beta
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
You know what VHS is? Beta was the competitor to that.
Oh.
Yeah, you certainly you didn't miss out on missing the era where you could hear a song from a radio station and you'd wait to hear it again, and some of your friends might not believe that song existed because they had not
Then heard it yet.
There used to be a thing where you could call up the radio station and be like, oh yeah, so I heard this song, what is it? And they'd be like, when did you hear it? And you'd tell them and they'd look it up on the playlist and be like, it's this. And then you would go down to your record shop and buy an album that has the song on it.
I had an album
or
too.
wait for it to be hang around by your radio waiting for it to be played to hit record and get it on a tape.
I remember hearing songs passing by and having to go in and ask the conductor what it was, and then getting a wax cylinder of it before he gets there. Remember when Grug would hit rock in special way?
That's where I would have gone.
And then you say, Grog, what that called? And him like, me invent music. And you're like, can me have music? And then he brains you with rock, so you don't take secretive music from him. Fucking Grog, such a Chad. I'm so jealous of him.
Logain or TL are up next.
Fine.
Well, it would depend on my girlfriend, so.
Well, she does have a game.
Mm-hmm.
But Logain said fine.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get up first for once, I'll get up. What? Why? I'm working on the armor.
No, just going back to the artwork.
Oh, well, I suppose I'll see Zalo's message about that, and I'll be like, oh, huh. But it could be evidence, so I'd better... If I call the sergeant now, she'll never go to the movies with me again. Captain
Interesting
Dentist
what you-
might be... no, I'll call Kanara. Fine.
Tadami.
Do you ever go to sleep?
Yes.
When?
I was asleep a few hours ago.
Huh. Okay. So anyway, you know that missing no-tell motel thing?
I'm sorry you've lost me. There's a missing motel.
No.
How do you miss a motel?
I suppose someone with a heavy lifting thing. That's not important right now. It's not a motel. It's the Solarian, he invented a, quickly read Zalo's jumbled sleep-deprived message. Brain device thing got stolen, right?
Are you talking about Noasis Oasis?
Yes, that thing. The Wonderwall. And,
You want to help find it?
no, I found it.
Of course you have.
Well, I didn't find it. Dr. Zalo did it.
Zalo found it.
Apparently, it was stolen by Gabriel Delgado's group, and it's been modified and was being used to torture the yellow Quarian that is not Ator.
Well, that's something else we can get him for, I suppose.
Yeah,
Seems
I mean,
kind of minor compared to the rest. But
I have to
still.
let you know because it might be evidence, but the Solarian's going to want it back before he dies. So there's a real ticking clock on that one.
Are you... Was that a joke about...
No, I heard a news article. Yeah, I did actually. And it's about the thing. And he wants it back.
And he's at least a couple of days
But
old.
it's evidence, so I gotta tell you.
Where is it?
On the Marabonta. Dr. Zalo was probably still there, dry humping a tank full of water.
I'm going to ignore that last part,
Good.
and I'm going to go to the Marabonta.
I have to go and do things. Fine, I'll meet you
You
later.
can't just leave it in the heads of Zal. No, you shouldn't do that. You should go.
Why not? Do things. You want to do things? Do things. With both hands I give. No other person has ever said that.
Totally original line.
Yeah.
Means Logain has to...
Two. I'm way away from my dice because my foot hurts. Or it did. Now it seems like it's alright. It doesn't want to curl up into a Charlie horse. Nope! Still wants to do it.
In an interesting series of games on the ABL, the Sandvay Swallows have managed to move up 2 places on the table in a single week thanks to the results. The Lusian Bluebirds losing to the Homeworld's Thunderbirds is the beginning of the at the beginning of the round set the stage, but what was a surprisingly close game with only 1 point seeing what could have been the first draw of the season. Sandvays themselves beat the Aurochs in an away game on Besaid with more than 20 points, seeing them to a surprising, if not totally upsetting victory for the green team. To nobody's surprise, Ilium Sirens defeated the Sirens at home yesterday. Wait.
That's
impressive!
a typo! That's a hell of a typo.
Sirens defeated
Oh, right, they defeated the Blyrans. Yeah.
The Blyrans.
at home yesterday, leaving only the Asteria Cougars to face the Cheetahs today. The fact that Besaid and Lusia both lost in combination with Sandvirs being the only one of only 2 teams to have an extra round of games meant their win had more impact this round than most other wins this season. Time will tell in 6 weeks' time when the other teams get their round 18 do-over games whether Lusia and Besaid can counter Sandvir's victory here.
Yeah, 20 points at home. Are you ready to listen to my letter now? you ready?
God damn it, orcs. Work together less!
Work together.
Just, God damn it, guys, come on.
With the home game, too.
Slow games on the way there. Then your Artiella is rustled awake by Leah, who gets up and starts getting ready. Okay, I can do this.
Welcome.
Morning.
Morning.
Coffee?
Yes.
I'll make 2 cups.
Turns out she can do that.
Just can't make toast.
14's hard to get to, you know.
She's a sorry. She probably has stats than that.
Yes, and she starts making. Well, she puts coffee on while she starts getting ready.
Anything you need me to do?
I mean, come along to the game.
Yes.
Did I give you a ticket?
Yes.
Good, okay. I've still got lots of tickets to... I was going to give out more tickets yesterday and then that whole thing happened. I've still got all those ones
It happens. Just don't.
here. Do you know anybody who would want to go there?
Jim, Jeanette, Daniel, Rover.
Yeah.
It's all the... You probably figured out it's all the ones I bought for the spods and the...
Yep.
How quickly the veneer falls away.
and the kitchen, and so I ended up having a bunch of tickets left over.
You know, I'll message them others and see if they're keen.
So what are your plans? Have you got a mission to rush off to as soon as the game's done, or?
I don't know yet. We haven't discussed that.
Maybe you should. Have you got something on the plate? Or?
Oh, yes, very much so. Very.
Don't let me keep you if it's super important. I mean, I like to keep you, but
I know it's just it is important. It's just we need to discuss it first. So
okay. Here you go. Coffee.
thank you.
You alright?
Yes, no, I'm good. Tired.
I actually slept quite well. I feel a lot better this morning. I think I'm ready to go.
Ready?
No, I mean, I think I'm,
Oh, yes.
we should drink the coffee first. The game's not for another couple hours anyway.
I'll message these others and see if they want tickets.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll message the Cabbage Patch Kids and can't call them the CC Kids, not for much longer.
Yeah, they'll be in season.
Well,
I mean, technically they're going to be graduating
Assuming they
soon,
graduate.
yeah.
so they'll be technically more CC.
I think it's just Jim we have to worry about now.
And there'll be probationary junior officers.
So yeah, I'll message them. I'll message Sarge, message Rosa, and I'll message Tess and Zalo and Logang.
Sally will reply, "I'm too busy messing with the time-space continuum." And that's the only response.
Tess responds with, "Sweet, I'll drag Zalo along."
If
No
everything
problem.
works out perfectly, I'll reply to you yesterday.
You should have already got the response. Wait, what? Jim's like, might as well. Saturday is a day off from class.
It'll be bring Jeff as well.
Okay. Daniel's like, I suppose I could show up. I should show up to that. I don't have any other plans today.
It's alright, I'll message back, bring Jeff as well.
I don't have a GF, is the response. Jeanette's like, it will be good to get my mind off our recent
Yeah, bring the GF as well.
happenstances.
No, maybe not.
We'll get Hans out for the day.
Oh no, he'll be dead within an hour. Let's try to find a quiet corner to talk to him with.
I don't know what Logan's response is,
Busy.
and I don't know what Rosa's response is.
I don't know yet either.
That was everyone, wasn't it? Oh, there was the Sarge. Can't working.
Shock horror.
Thalay will be there.
And question mark, I'm still working.
Can you put an egg on it?
You could have a wee bit of time off. I know I've given you a lot more work to do, but
I'm good, working. Thanks for the offer.
yeah, I won't push it too much.
I already took entire hours off for the shooting.
Yeah. Well, she wanted to play that cry and tell. That was personal, that one.
No, she clearly just had to observe to make sure we didn't destroy anything.
Us. Wait, we adding us in this category here.
I didn't destroy
Zalo.
anything.
Who almost got banned from the firing range? Not us.
Yes, but shut up.
Okay. Yep. So I suppose you'll still end up with a bunch of leftover tickets, perhaps, but
I don't know, too many people on the station. And one's undercover. Pretty sure she won't turn up.
what about Ator?
Oh yeah, I'll message Ator. Oh yeah, no, there we go.
Forgetting about that.
He'll just bring his Aram.
That'll fill out the rest of the tickets.
Oh, God.
Ator and his benches.
I'd get him a little white sailing hat.
They would be delighted to go.
And he's already dating both teams.
Yeah.
Oh, hell, Ator.
Maybe Ator is the real way of bringing the Oryx together.
He'll bring them together, right? No, passion.
This is why I went and sent him over to the other team's locker rooms.
Oh, yeah, it completely removes the ability.
Oh, the old, yes.
Yes!
Don't before the night of the game.
What's the honeypot? What's the opposite of honeypot again? What is it when it's a dude? I can't remember.
I'm sorry, what are you trying to figure out? I was busy
Sausage dab?
What's the word for honeypot when it's a dude instead of a...
I'm calling it sausage dab if it's
Pickle
nothing
jar?
else.
I don't know.
Pickle jar.
to watch Archer again, I guess.
God.
Just the first couple seasons.
Yeah, I could probably look that up.
Honey Badger.
Honeypot.
I'm curious enough that I
I
was
know,
already
I was
starting-
going to too.
I know he's capable at the moment. Dog is a...
Top article: the inequality in espionage.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
A honey trap.
It's honey... Oh, so it's just honey trap as opposed to honey pot.
Okay.
Yeah, it just says male honeypot in some of these.
Okay.
I have heard the term honey trap, so I suppose that makes sense. So I guess it's not a honey pot that you think is a pot, and then it turns out to...
Yeah.
You're busy. That's right. You're busy working out the laws of time and space.
Time.
I'm just going to have low game with the sergeant, but low game's player is absent.
Give me a sec.
Okay.
Alright.
So I'm in time tracking and defense mode.
You still playing with the water?
No.
Yeah. Are you on the Nebuchadnezzar testing this out, or were you actually doing your experiments? By the way.
I want the, but I was at the warehouse, but I might have just gone there to get some stuff because I still want to look over the Maribon 2 for like secrets with Tess at some point. So if I take the stuff there, then I can be playing around with the time space continuum there.
I was just wondering if you were in the vicinity of Gorham and Kandi.
No, not likely.
Okay, so a honey trap, if implemented by a male, the male involved in the honey trap would be called a silver fox or a smooth operator. But it's still a honey trap.
Yeah, rings a bell though.
I'm sure Archer had a completely new term.
Archer would have had another term.
Yeah.
So silver fox, I've heard in regards to, isn't it usually like a guy who's got like grey hair, but he's actually young and handsome? Isn't it also related to that? I've heard it in relation to that, I'm sure.
Well, the Silver Foxes is a political movement similar to Grey Power, but in America.
No, that's true.
Yes, so you and the sergeant meet at the Marabonta.
Hi.
Hello.
Device.
You can go inside and go to the device. I suppose it's you eventually finding it because
Yeah, I don't know where it is.
where it was. But if you go straight to the bridge deck, then you will eventually find it there. Aha, here we go. Well, I'm guessing you wish to claim this for the reward.
Isn't it evidence?
Yes. I will take it for now.
Neat.
But I will let its creator know who found it.
No, you don't have to do that. Thanks.
That's only fair. Picks up the device, starts taking it away.
Zalo in the background just staring at an egg timer inside of a strange sphere. A sphere. Dome, I guess.
This one looks like a dome. Yeah, Salo was there looking at an egg timer in a dome. It doesn't seem to look any different to you from what you can tell.
Is it ticking down at all?
Mm-hmm. Seems like it's ticking down normally.
Maybe he was just bullshitting me. Maybe it'd fix everything outside the dome. No, that's too crazy.
I quickly and with great alacrity head to the closest costume shop I can find
Okay.
and buy a grey long beard.
Okay, grey long beard. What, like, probably get one of those at a cheap costume shop for 5 credits.
Neat. And I'll rush back, put it on, and hobble into Zalo's room.
Oh no. Captain, I say they're not quite having looked up from the dome yet.
Huh?
Huh?
What?
Excuse me, sir?
Oh, you've finally come out of your weird stasis, Salo. It's been so long. Your parents were very worried. Your mother wouldn't stop.
Jess is middle-aged.
I'll have to tell what's her name. She'll want to know you're back.
Oh no. Oh no. What would be the step for that?
Oh god, are you actually believing this?
What's the fucking sense motive? Well, a 13. It'll depend on Logad's bluff, I think.
She's gonna beat 13!
Oh.
Well, I've rolled
Yep.
better than that.
Apparently Zalo believes you are old Logan from the future, or something.
Oh my god, it mustn't have worked. This is too powerful. I have to contain it.
What? I must destroy it. This power must never be used for evil.
We have had to dock your wages for being away so long.
No.
You currently owe the group 374,000 credits. But you should make that back in just one job. Now that you're back, I want you to report to the Dreadnought.
Hobble out of the room, and take the beard off and leave. Fuck it.
Next few hours are going to be...
Very interesting.
Yep.
Oh, Tess, how you've aged.
How have you kept your youthful appearance?
Kitchen grease.
Ugh.
I'm gonna go fill up the washing machine with a bucket, so
Yeah,
give me a yell if you need.
I guess the first thing I do is, so what is the date then? Oh, it's the same.
Of course it would be.
That motherfucker!
No, you've been locked in stasis.
Yeah, but the time outside would still pass.
You don't
You
do
were
that.
outside!
Theoretically.
You don't do that.
You weren't in the bubble, you didn't age!
I rolled a 13.
Exactly! So you must, in your mind, therefore, the experiment would seem to suggest that as time gets further away from the bubble,